Xander Schauffele here on the Rich Eisen Show. Congratulations to you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks for bringing the trophy with you. There it is.
It doesn't get too far out of my sight these days.
Well, I saw your wife, I think she IG'd out a great video of you celebrating with it. What was this one all about, Xander? Look at this.
Oh, that was Austin pouring some champagne in there and a few friends, and there's Chris and my brother, and we had to help my wife there to drink out of it. So it was nice for some friends to stick around, and we ended up spending the night there at the rental Sunday after winning.
Yeah, because I'm just imagining what does go through your head when you're standing over a putt to win the PGA Championship, Xander?
Yeah. I mean, everything. I've had a lot of close calls in the last couple years, and in my career, I haven't won a tournament in a couple years, so I've been, in some tight spots, and it was a very stressful putt. My hands were shaking, all kinds of stuff were flying through my head. I really didn't want to go into a playoff, and I just kept telling myself to seize the opportunity and let that moment be mine, and it sure was with that lip in.
So your hands were shaking as you made that putt? Is that what you're saying?
Really? Oh yeah. When you're nervous, it's like hard to control the hands.
No, I know that. I get that. Whenever I'm like, say, all in on something, on occasion. But I mean, I cannot imagine though, because obviously, it is the most human of games, golf, and what goes through your head. But do you envision, like, I'm going to make this? Do you say that to yourself as you're standing over it? Does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I told myself, this is something that I've dreamt of my entire life. This is an opportunity that I may not get too many of. So it was the first time I've ever had a putt to win a major championship. And man, I just kept telling myself to seize it. Like, this is my time. Let this be my time. And I didn't want to spend too much time reading the putt more, because I was getting a little bit confused on what it was doing. So I didn't call in for any help, and I just I committed to it. And like I said, I mean, I've watched that video like 7 or 8 times now, and it looks like it's going to miss pretty much every time.
Yeah, it did catch damn near every piece of the hole, Xander. I mean, good Lord. Honestly, I was watching with a bunch of guys, and we were like, screamed, because it did look like you were getting a power lip coming your way.
Yeah, it's a tough camera angle. I'm fully exposed.
Right. And one of the neat parts about all this as well is who you were able to celebrate with on the spot, not just afterwards with your wife and friends. Your caddy's a guy you went to college with. You were on his college team, and Austin Kaiser's been on your bag since jump, right, Xander?
Yep. I did one round of Q school my senior year when my dad caddied, and that quickly put that fire out as quickly as possible. So as soon as I graduated, Austin, there he is. He jumped on my bag, and we've never looked back.
What was this moment like right here?
We were emotional. It's been a big buildup. After losing last week at Quail Hollow, we're on the 18th. We walked off that 72nd hole, losing by 5 or whatever, 4 or 6. I can't even remember, but I told him that we're going to win. I was like, we're going to win soon. I was like, I can feel it. Like, I know how well I'm playing. Like, we're going to get it done. And I know how hard he works. And, he wears those losses, hopefully not as hard as I wear them, because I'm the one hitting the shots. But, it's a big team effort. Not only Austin's on my team, but, he gets to be in the mix quite often, close to all the action. So awesome to share it with him, and he's over the moon as well.
So walk me through who else you were celebrating with that night. Family?
Yeah. Yep. My wife was there. My brother, he's been kind of cooking for me on the road. My uncle's my agent, Chris Como. I just started working with Chris last November. My dad's been my swing coach my whole life, but Chris is a very new addition to my team. And then a few other caddies that Austin's really close with that I've known growing up on the West Coast with. And then a couple friends from New York came down as well. So it was a small crew, and, I'm from the West Coast, and I'm sure this trophy, this lid's going to be popping off, and a lot more different kinds of alcohol are going to be poured in there once I get to the lid.
Where was your dad?
My dad's in Hawaii right now. He's I bought some land out there in 2019, and he loves it out there, and he loves being, it's kind of in nature, and so he's developing a property that I own out there, and I'm putting him to use in a different way these days.
So what was the phone call like with him after all this?
I mean, I called him right before I took the podium, that green there on the 18th hole. He was crying, and I had to hang up. I told him, I was like, dude, I was starting to cry. I just got done kind of being emotional, and then I call him, and he's crying on the phone, and so I told him, I was like, I got to get going, my man. I can't receive this trophy from the president of the PGA of America in shambles.
Yeah, but that's what this is about, though, right? I honestly, I wouldn't let that out of my sight either, and that's what it's about. You with your dad, you're talking about your string coach your whole life. You helped sort of make his Olympic dream come true as well a couple of years ago. Right. I mean, brother, that's what it's about. Congrats on that.
For sure. Yeah, thanks. And now he's turning 60 this year, and they've given me so much, and I'm in such a fortunate position I try to give them anything that they would want, or obviously he wants way more of these. That's what he wants. So I'm trying to deliver on that as a good son, but I just want him to be happy, both my parents to be happy. And so this definitely helps, but him being in Hawaii is what's making him happy right now.
Xander Schauffele, a few minutes left with the PGA Championship winner. What was it like in the clubhouse the day that Scottie Scheffler turned in his scorecard after all of that? Xander?
Yeah, he was on the opposite wave of me. So I caught the news kind of like everyone else did from home. You watch it, you think it's a prank, you're in disbelief, kind of in shock, kind of like what the heck happened here. So Scottie is rock solid. We share the same physio. I see Scottie, week in, week out, on the physio table in like a private environment, and he's a family man. He doesn't harm anyone besides competitors when he beats them all the time. Yeah. And so that's the extent of how harmful Scottie can be. And he's great. Him and Meredith are an awesome couple. And I'm really hoping that he comes out unscathed and all these charges get dropped, because he's not a criminal at all. So he's an awesome dude.
Did you have one of those, dude, what the hell happened moments with him on that day?
Yeah, a little. I mean, when I saw him on Saturday, before we were able to talk a little bit, and we just discussed a little bit of what happened. I mean, I didn't want to bring it up too much. I'm sure he was super annoyed of just talking about it a bunch to everyone. So we kept it pretty light, and we just all let him know that we're happy that he's here and that he's okay, and that no one really got too hurt in his situation.
Understood. That said, I just know from my golf buddies or folks of similar social circles, there's no such thing as too soon. Did you start kind of ribbing him a little bit once we got through all of that?
There was like as light of needling as possible. I mean, we're competing in the major championship, so you're not trying to kick someone down to the floor that's already been kicked down.
Right.
But, we had a few knocks on him. We have there's 6 other guys or 7 guys in total on our physio table that come in and out of the room, and that physio room is a funny one. So of course people were taking their shots wherever they could in a playful way.
You got one you can share? Like what's the most playful one that you could share, Xander?
Yeah. I mean, someone. We have a group chat just to schedule our times, and someone on our group put Scottie's mugshot as our group photo.
Oh, come on! So that's the new photo on the group text chain. Is that one on the screen right there? That's it.
Yeah, I just can't believe. Much smaller though, obviously in the text.
Right.
This is a much bigger photo, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe guys had T-shirts made up like an hour after they were on property. I mean, people were nuts these days. I don't even know. It was like 6:45 in the morning. I don't know how they had a print press ready.
Well, I'm glad again that you're able to share a little bit of levity like that. Hey, listen, congrats on this. I was very happy when I saw that ball, not jump out of the hole, man. I was just jumping off the couch. But congratulations on that, Xander. And, before we go, I just want to share my own near championship moment with you from this past week with me, since you were kind enough to share with me yours. I assume you played national in your time, Xander. Have you played national in Long Island?
I don't think I have.
No kidding. Wow. All right. So let me tell you. Incredible course. It's great. There's a par 3 6th. It's called Short. That's the name of the hole. stepped up from 123 yards away. I had a 9-iron. That's me. I damn near. No, that's me, man. For the radio audience, he just kind of winced. Listen, I took a little bit off. At any rate, so I damn near hold it out, Xander. There's a shot right there. The ball mark, you could kind of see it to the right. And here's my favorite part of the story. It was my third shot because I topped my first one. I said, screw it, I'm not going to go out this way on national. That was my second shot right there, Xander.
The question is, was that putt given?
Yes, it was. It was given. Would you have not given this putt? Would you have not?
I don't know. It depends on the friend circle and then what it's for. There's times where, you hit a really good shot in your friend group here. I mean, I'm used to playing with tour pros and, you kind of look at each other and you're like, that's like outside.
So you consider that's a meaty bone that's right there still on the green, Xander?
Depends on, I mean, I don't know what your game looks like. If you're a dodgy 2-foot putter, I mean, that's never going to be good.
Well, you can assume if that was my second shot because the other one barely got past the red stakes, the red tees, for sure. I'm a dodgy putter, but they did give that to me. But I thought to myself, how could I go around and tell anybody that I aced 6 if that was my second attempt at it? You know what I mean? That would be a terrible story to tell, right?
You just lie, yeah. You're not doing a very good job, but you just lie about
it. You would suggest that, huh? That's what I would do? Yeah?
I wouldn't have known any different.
Okay.
I've never done anything.
I'm just an honest guy. How many aces have you had in your life?
2.
Where was the first?
The first was I was playing Phil during COVID in a heads-up money game in San Diego, and he pressed, and he actually jumped my turn. Like it was a par 3, obviously, and
yeah.
Up to the tee box, wasn't his honor, pressed me and then hit his shot to like 10 feet on like 195 yards. And then I just hit a 6-iron, like I drew it in. It was like water all left of the hole. And I kind of pulled it a little bit and it kind of took a nice bounce to the left and then went in. And wow. He just pressed after being down in the match. And like, he literally sat on the box and it looked like someone kicked him in the nuts.
That's amazing.
That really happened. And then the second one was at Eastlake. I was playing with Rory in the Tour Championship, and I made a hole-in-one on the 9th hole. So I've had I had to wait a really long time to make a hole-in-one, but the 2 that I have are very meaningful.
Yes, they are great stories. One on Phil post-press, and one on Rory in the Players' Championship.
The Tour Championship.
Oh, the Tour Championship. Okay. Wow. Fantastic, man. Hey, congratulations. Like I said, it was great to watch that. And I'm just wondering, my last question for you is, now that this is now removed from the conversation about majors for you, a major, what do you think this is going to do for you, this win, Xander?
Yeah, I mean, the door's open. I think in the past when I've just been really close and haven't been able to get it done. This is just super validating. I always believed in myself. Obviously, that's why this is sitting next to me. But definitely just if there's ever a tight spot or a tough moment, I'm always going to have this thing to fall back on. But, my biggest goal now is actually just to get back to sort of what made me, good enough to win one of these and not let my expectations go through the roof and just get back to, I stayed in my lane to win this, and I'm going to need to stay in my lane even more to win more of these.
Okay, Xander, appreciate that. Congratulations on that. And I would avoid using that phrase with Scottie Scheffler the next time you see him, okay? That's staying in your lane.
Wow.
Or use it in the text chain. That might be,
We'll just name the group that.
You're welcome. I wanted to leave you in a better spot than I found you, and that was tough to do, but I think I've achieved it.
Nice work.
Xander, thanks again, brother. Congrats. Xander Schauffele, everybody, the PGA Championship winner.
Congrats, man. All of it is fantastic. Tremendous stuff there.
Stay in your lane.
That was fun. What a story.
What a story.
Phil presses, puts it within 10 feet.
Well, we know Phil likes to, have some action.
Oh, my God. Many aces.
Many aces.
How do you like me now? Huh?
195, by the way. Jeez.
What a story. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.